This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is sponsored by Bonobos. Bonobos makes stylish men's clothing that gives you the look you're going for without the discomfort. My charcoal blazer feels even better than it looks, if you can believe it. And my precious listeners, here's a special deal. New customers get 20% off your purchase by using the code BANGBANG. On top of that, you get free shipping both ways and a 365-day return policy. So go to BONOBOS.com for better fitting men's clothes. Fans of this program know I'm from Orange County, and we have one of the actors from the OC, the television show, on the show today. Adam Brody, TV and film star, is here. First podcast he has ever done. Plus, we have a couple of other really intriguing and fascinating guests. All of that and more, all on today's...
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Leave your ears by the foyer. It's peppermint time. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Thank you so much for that catchphrase submission, J.D. Miller. Appreciate that. If you have a catchphrase submission, you know what to do. Welcome to the show. Rainy day in Los Angeles. Wet weather. Yep, wet weather indeed. And we have a very special show here today. First of all, I hope you like movie stars. We're covering the bases on that end today. We also have high school students. Occasionally I have my high school intern here, Marissa Wampler, but I have a very special co-host with me today, a different high school. What grade are you in, honey?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior?
Yeah.
Okay. And all I really know about Traci, or by the way, Traci Rearden is here.
Yeah, my name's Traci Rearden.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much. It's so cool to be here. I'm so excited to be here. It's really neat.
How did you get here? Why are you on the show?
Oh, well, my brother works at this building, and he told me that I should hang out here and hopefully someone would notice me and I would get a job.
Oh, I just assumed I saw you here in the building and I assumed that you were on the show.
Oh, I mean, I am now, which is really awesome.
You are on the show. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's really cool.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
My whole life is so weird. I just feel everything random happens to me all the time. It's so weird.
It is weird. Yeah. Okay.
My whole life is so random. You can't even predict it. It's so weird.
The only bio you gave for me is that you work at Baskin Robbins and what's
and Claire's. I work at Baskin Robbins and Claire's.
What is Claire's?
Claire's is a boutique. We sell little earrings and necklaces.
Okay.
And I pierce ears. I'm an ear piercer.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I do.
Okay, great. Well, we'll find out a little bit more about you.
Yeah.
But I guess you're acting in the capacity of co-host today.
Cool. That's really neat. I got so many things to say, and I'm really excited. So.
Okay, great.
Cool.
All right. Well, have you ever met our main superstar guest?
No, I haven't, and I'm freaking out. So it's really.
You're freaking out. Okay,
I'm freaking out.
You seem to be keeping a cool composure on the outside.
I always look like I don't care, but I'm freaking out inside.
Okay, great. All right. Well, you know him. I mean, a lot of people would know him from his TV work. He played Seth Cohen on the OC.
But you called me a movie star earlier. What constitutes that? I didn't know.
You have been in a movie that I've seen.
Yeah, that's a really
That's
big
a
deal.
movie star?
Yeah.
To me.
Okay. I'll take it.
It's a low threshold, but hey. He played Seth Cohen on the OC, been in films like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you know?
Yeah. 150 million at the box office.
Yes.
Whoa, those are really big numbers.
That's domestic. That's just domestic.
Whoa.
Anything with a million after it constitutes a big number.
No one
That's
knows I'm in
huge.
it, but it's.
Were you unbilled in that?
I was billed because I think Vince Vaughn didn't want billing, so I have a great. If you look at the billing block, I'm
You're up
disproportionately high. It makes no sense.
But Vince Vaughn had sort of a Bill Murray and Tootsie kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, Adam Brody.
Yeah. Oh, that's my name. That's me.
Yay.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for
Thanks to
coming.
both of you.
I'm a big
You're
fan of your
welcome.
work. I think you're a really funny guy.
Oh, well.
And and you're on a podcast.
This is
My
so
first
cool.
podcast.
This is your first one.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
I took a shower this morning. I thought we filmed this. I don't know how technology works.
Yeah, you don't have to look good, really. I mean, you could come in here looking really weird, right? Do people come in here they don't even shower or anything? They look so weird.
Yeah, occasionally I guess that's true.
That's
so
weird. That's so freaky. If people just come in and they don't even care what they look like because no one can see them.
Yeah, I mean, that does happen, and then they're surprised when we take pictures at the end.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh, there's pictures. Good.
There is a picture, yeah. So your shower was not in vain.
Okay.
Now, you and I have never met before.
Correct.
Is this your card?
It's just my
A little magic
That's
joke.
my driver's license.
What's been going on?
In my life,
Well,
a lot
let's
of
see.
soul searching.
Really?
Yeah.
What have you found?
Well, I'm finally okay with who I am, and you know, we can't be more than ourselves. So
We're all just trapped in these bodies that our parents gave us.
yeah, and I'm sort of crossing that point where you start to. I'm not saying I'm decomposing, but if your physicality. Mm-hmm. You know, I've passed that. If I was an athlete,
You're
I've
at
passed
the
my
apex.
prime,
Yes,
and
okay.
I'm going back into the ground.
Yeah, regressing into being eventually a schlubby mess.
Yes,
If
but,
you-
but wiser, a wiser slutty.
That's right.
So,
Isn't that ironic?
yeah.
I'm in my prime right now.
You
How
really?
old are you?
I'm 17.
Oh, 17, yeah.
I'm in my prime. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
like
got the whole-
the most physically fit I'll ever be in my entire life.
Really? You think next year you're not gonna?
It's going down now.
Yeah, probably next year. Like,
What's happening next year? The freshman 50? No, you'll be a senior then.
no, I'll be a senior. I'm gonna gain 20 pounds next year. It's a personal challenge. It's no big deal.
You are
gonna
kind of rail stick thin at this point.
Yeah, like that's just my natural body, but like I feel like I'm trying to change it because like I really want boobs, so I feel like I probably need to gain like 20 pounds in order to get boobs. But I might gain it all on my neck. Who knows?
Yeah, that might work. I mean, you may just develop some flab that would kind of hang
Yeah.
over your bra.
Yeah, and like probably no one would like want to buy my products and stuff at Claire's.
Yeah.
Like I'm a really good salesperson, so.
Do you think that's because you're so kind of physically fit and thin?
Yeah, like people think like they want to be like me because like I'm like the coolest person and like I'm not a freak at all. Like I'm not weird. So like people are like, I just really want to be like that girl. She's so cool.
How many?
So then why do you need the boobs?
Cause like that's something that I've always struggled with is like that I don't have any boobs. And like I feel like when guys are like hooking up with me, they're like really disappointed when like I take off all my clothes and like I have like no boobs.
You've taken off all your clothes with a lot of guys at this point?
Like 5, like whatever. I mean, they're all seniors though.
Oh, okay. That's okay then.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. How many piercings do you have? I've
I have
noticed.
14 piercings.
Yeah, your right ear is
Yeah.
just
It's all on my right ear.
Yeah.
all in your right ear. Oh my goodness. What happened to the left?
Like my left ear, it doesn't have any cartilage, like so you can't pierce it. Like it's like kind of illegal.
Oh, okay. It's illegal, yeah. I know there are a lot of ear piercing laws.
Well, I know all of them because I'm an ear piercer.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I imagine. Yeah.
Whatever. Like if you want your ears pierced today, Adam, like I'll pierce your ears. Like
Adam, do you have anything pierced?
I've I self-pierced my eyebrow.
what? That's
When I was
so cool.
17 and
Really?
it was very short-lived.
Wow.
Do you still have a scar or anything like that?
No. I had it in so briefly.
Oh, that's neat.
All
Did
the
it
cool kids
hurt?
were doing it then. Not really.
Wow, you're really tough.
Something about doing it yourself that hurts less, I think.
You think so,
than-
really?
Yeah.
Because you can kind of control the...
Yeah, it's like anytime I get blood drawn now, I just pretend I'm doing it, and it's no big deal. It's kind of, I won't say it's fun, but
I just pretend I'm injecting heroin and I just get some euphoric high for a second.
Whoa, that's really scary.
Were you a goth when you were 17?
no, I was actually, but there was this move. I was a surfer, but
that's
a couple of the cool surfers got into like a little bit, like not goth, but like the Misfits and. So, pseudo goth, and you dyed your hair black, which contrasted with your tan. It was weird.
And your hair being black, your hair is a dark brown.
But at the time, so much
Sun?
sun,
'Cause you
it
were
was actually
surfing.
blonde. Yeah.
Do you like surfers, by the way, Tracy?
Surfers are like so cool. Like I
Yeah.
feel like surfing is like a really cool sport.
What's your ideal piercings in a man?
Oh, like definitely both eyebrows across the board.
Wait, how many in each eyebrow?
However thick the eyebrow is. Like,
Do you want like a unibrow of piercings?
Oh no, that's disgusting.
but several piercings per eyebrow.
Yeah,
is-
like probably 6 per eyebrow across the board, and then if they could have both the nipples pierced, and then like the top of the ears pierced.
the top. Okay, just
The
the top.
tops.
Because the bottom is you don't like that.
That's for gay guys.
But piercing eyebrows are totally
Yeah, that's
hetero.
like really hardcore.
Yeah, okay. Now you were a surfer, Adam, growing up, and
Yeah,
what's the last time you did it?
Thanksgiving.
Really?
yeah,
So you're still keeping up with it?
Yeah.
How good are you? What's the biggest wave you ever? I don't know.
Biggest? Well, that would be more how brave I am, and not very brave. But
Oh.
in terms of skill, I'm okay. But that's just a lot of hours. I mean, a lot of that is. It's not necessarily because I'm talented. It's just because I had the access as a kid, and it's one of those sports where most people, 90% of the world is landlocked, it seems like. So,
Right.
So
you're automatically one of the best because you just happen to live in California.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about me as a host of a podcast. I put in the hours. I don't have any talent, but I've done it so many times. So you still do it. About how often do you do it?
Not that much. I mean, not that much. I if I get out there like once a month, I'm happy with myself. And I was doing it even less. I was my folks still live in San Diego, and so I went down there for Thanksgiving, and that's why.
You and Doug Benson. I don't know if you know him, but a comedian, Doug Benson.
Wait, I know the name.
He smokes a lot of weed.
Yeah.
Like, that's how, like, everyone knows him.
Yeah, that's how anyone. He's High Times Magazine Stoner of the Year several years. Yeah. But he's from San Diego. He's a comedian from San Diego. Goes down there every Thanksgiving, every Christmas.
I just worked with Ryan Hansen, who's a comedic actor, probably more than
from Party Down.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
Fellow of San Diego.
And Veronica Mars. Yeah.
Was he on Veronica Mars?
Yeah. Great actor.
Learned something
Really
new
funny.
every day.
Can you do flips on your surfboard?
Flips. Gosh, no.
So when you say that, by the way, Traci, do you mean the surfboard stays the same, but he's flipping
Oh,
on it?
that's cooler than what I thought. Can you do that?
God, I've never tried. Maybe.
Well, there's the answer. You need
Maybe.
to try.
Have you ever like hot dogged and done like a handstand on the board?
Well, I have a little no. The short answer is no.
What's the long answer?
The
Hit
long
us. We got a
answer
lot of
is
time here.
You know, I have a small board. I don't think.
Oh, you probably can't do a flip because like you're pretty tall, so you fall off the board.
I'm so tall.
How do you look
know?
aesthetically? You're a tall guy, tiny board.
Well, you've got to figure out, and it's the same in acting. You got to figure out what to do with your arms, and I'm still figuring it out.
I was a hands and pockets actor.
Yeah, I'm hands on hips in my life and work now.
You should put your hands in the air.
It's just like you're doing the wave.
Yeah, like everyone would be like, "That's a very interesting person."
Oscar nominee Adam Brody.
See, you probably get really buff too.
Yeah, you'll be really strong, and you can pick up all your girlfriends.
Yeah.
Traci, do you do any acting?
Not really, but like I did pursue like acting a little bit in middle school. I was trying to get in like all the plays and stuff, but like I never got in.
Oh, so you tried to pursue it, but you just never actually did any of it.
I pursued it, but like I didn't achieve it.
Okay, I see.
So it was really heartbreaking, but
It's not over.
yeah, I guess. But like I feel like I'm more of a worker than an actor. Like I feel like I should work in stores and stuff.
Really, just in retail. That's your future?
Yeah, retail and like I don't know, is Baskin Robbins retail or is that food service? I guess I'll do both. But
I guess that's a good question. I mean, do you get
'cause you
commission on
sell
your
ice
scoops?
cream? No, and nobody even notices that I have a perfect scoop.
Oh, really? Do you when you dish them out? Do you say yes, scoops for you?
I will now probably. That's a
So
really
you work
cool
at
catchphrase.
Baskin Robbins too?
Yeah, Baskin Robbins. No, Baskin Robbins is the first one. There's a Baskin Robbins. Baskin Robbins 2 is like Coke 2. Like, no one really liked it.
It's like Gallagher too.
Yeah.
Short-lived.
Yeah, it was
It's like a CPK Express.
So where do
Yeah.
you
in the
find
airport.
time for school? You got 2 jobs.
Well, like, I work all night. So I'm like constantly working whenever I'm not in school. So like at school I'm in school and at work I'm at work, and like those are just my 2 lives. And like I have different friends at both places, and like I just like compartmentalize my life.
Which is your afternoon job? Which is your evening job?
I work at Claire's in the afternoon because we're not open that late. Baskin Robbins is open till 11.
And how does Baskin Robbins feel about the piercings? Being a food, is that a health thing?
Yeah, like I have to wear like a cap over my eyebrows
Yeah.
and over the back of my head.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned the ones on the eyebrows at this point. We just
All
talked
the right
about
side.
I thought
Yeah.
I did, sorry.
yeah, all on the right side. Why not the left?
The left side of my head like is
Oh yeah, the cartilage problem.
yeah.
What happened? Is that a congenital defect or?
it's not congenital. I don't think like isn't that
yeah, I may not know what that word means when I say it.
me either.
You be
like,
the judge.
No, like I'm gonna guess that it's about genitals, and so it's not. But like the side of my head, like when I was born, like this is like a thing that's like it happens to like 1 in 200 babies, but like no one talks about it. When you come out sideways, like so I came out with my head like scraping against my mom's vagina.
Vagina, yeah.
Vagina.
Right, sure. The technical term.
Yeah. So like I don't know, like.
Was it sort of like when you're like taking your car out of the garage and you
Yeah,
accidentally scrape the side and it's just like
yeah, like I
there's-
guess you could probably say like that. Like I can't drive, but like yeah, like you. So like is my head scraped and like my ear like basically didn't grow in fully because of that.
Oh, okay.
So like whatever, like people think it's weird, but it's like what are you gonna do? Like that's just my life, and like my life is so weird and random. Like I just live my life however I want.
yeah.
Do you think that's what drove you to piercings?
Probably because like. I feel like if I looked at my heart and soul, like I feel like I probably had some like big passion to like pierce stuff and like help people like get their ears pierced, like because they have both ears.
Was there any damage on your mother's vagina on that side?
No,
Just on you, huh? Well, gosh. Adam, what's been going on in your life outside of your just existential crises?
Well, just going just indie movies. Just
Indiana Jones movies.
oh God, wouldn't that be something?
You're the new Indiana Jones. Are you breaking some news here?
Whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know the internet.
So you're sort of Shia LaBeouf grown up.
Yeah, I'm playing. We're doing a prequel. We're doing in between 4 and 5.
Oh, okay.
And I'm actually going to be the younger Shia LaBeouf. It's
Oh,
weird,
interesting.
but
Was
it's
he
gonna-
Indiana Jones like when he was a baby?
I think it was his son.
Yeah.
Oh.
Him and Marion's son. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's crazy, man. How's it feel to have the whip and wear the hat?
Well, there's going to be a lot of whip work, a lot of whip training, and that's going to be hard. I
Have you tried to get like that cigarette out of the girl's mouth yet? Like whipping the cigarette?
No, I don't. That's going to be CGI this time around.
Really?
Yeah.
What? The cigarette or the whip?
The cigarette, just everything dangerous with the whip. I
Okay.
don't think. I think with insurance these days.
Yeah.
People are really scared to like do any stunts.
Yeah.
Like,
Obamacare.
yeah, it's all Obamacare. Like my dad's always saying that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big problem. Movies are so expensive now because of Obamacare.
Well, like they cheat. Like according to my dad, like Obamacare changed the whole world. Like everything's terrible now.
Yeah. Is it terrible for you?
For me, like I love my life. Like I like.
And you have health insurance now, so you could actually
Yeah.
get that cartilage problem fixed, probably.
I don't want to because that's like who I am.
Oh,
like
okay.
I live my life like to the fullest, like all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like a really like spontaneous person.
And yet, oh my gosh, I
was
think I hear
like-
some sirens there. It was almost a plane
Maybe they're
break.
coming to arrest me.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, that was a joke?
Yeah.
Okay, it's pretty good.
Thanks.
A plus. So now, this is your first podcast, Adam.
This is my first podcast.
And we got-
I'm such a lot. I don't
You're doing great.
understand what a podcast is.
You're doing great. I mean, if eventually maybe you'll do a Mark Maron WTF. I don't know if you know that show, but basically he gets stars of stage and screen,
Yeah,
and he gets
yeah.
down and dirty, and he gets real with them.
Jeez.
Which is sort of what we're doing right
Sounds
now.
too hard hitting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that. I don't know.
How did you come to be on this show? I mean,
Well, I did one of the aforementioned indie films with Wyatt Cenac, who I
Wyatt
believe is a
Cenac,
friend
friend of the
yours,
show.
and he said, "Hey, you should do my friend Scott's show." And I said,
You're up for
I'll
anything.
do whatever. just point me in the direction.
I do love that you're like, yep, I will, and you're one of the few people who, when told something like that, has gotten back to me immediately and been like, yep, I'm coming in, and we scheduled it,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
here. It's
yeah.
great.
It's very proactive.
Well,
Do you use Proactive, by the way?
I did for a while, but then it made me get all wet.
Yeah. Well, it had the
that's
opposite effect.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, so that was bad. So like, I stopped using it because like now I just use Clear and Clear,
Yeah.
Clearasil, or like whatever.
Wait, Clear and Clear, you said?
Clean and Clear.
Clean- oh.
Clearasil.
I'm sorry, you're I don't want to call it a speech, I guess, defect, but a
Oh no! It's a speech beauty mark.
oh, okay, yeah,
What?
beauty mark.
That's so cool. I'm like turning.
No, I'm super positive too. and
That's really nice. Like I'm turning red right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm blushing like really
Oh,
hard.
no.
Dude,
It's, like,
how do you
crazy.
know Adam's work, by the way?
Like all the OC stuff, like for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like all my friends' favorite show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Watch
Yeah, it's a
every
classic show.
every episode.
Yeah, I watch it all like on DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite Seth moment?
Like every time he would like passionately kiss somebody, probably was like my favorite.
Yeah,
How many people did you passionately kiss?
Oh God, I had the same girlfriend on the show the entire time.
I
so,
think you
so-
did, didn't you? You
so
had
I-
like the least
How
soap
many
operatic
people-
elements.
We had a sitcom. We would break up the beginning of every episode and get back together by the end. Like,
Right.
It's
and
like
then she's
we'll-
in a Wonder Woman costume.
yeah. So I kissed one person, and
Well, like every time that happened, like all my friends were like
Yeah.
humping pillows.
Wait, they
It's
were
a
humping.
safe-
So it was a bunch of your
That's a
guy
safe
friends
way to
were
begin.
humping
No, my
pillows.
girlfriends.
They were getting humped by pillows.
No, we were
No.
humping pillows because like we were so horny about it.
Wait, so you consider when you have sex, you think that you're the one doing the humping?
I just hump stuff when I need to hump something.
in fairness, both people can kind of
Both
partake
people
in
can
the
hump.
humping.
I don't know. Anyway, like when I'm horny, like I'm gonna hump a pillow. Like whatever. Like why are you so judgmental?
Why don't you just get with one of these 5 guys that you have on rotation?
It's not
Oh.
a rotation. I just got with them each one time.
That was so long ago
Yeah,
too.
and
She's
that was,
probably
like-
so young.
Really, how young do you think she was? I got no
This is
indication.
2003 to 2007. So
What?
she's 17 now. I can't do math, but I'm assuming.
No, like-
When she's 11 and 12 years old?
no.
I.
Why would you think that? First of all,
Why would I think?
there were no clues leading you to that, were there?
That she was 11 and 12.
Yeah. Is this just what you're imagining?
No, she's 17, correct?
She's 17,
Yeah.
right? Did she say?
She's talking about when the show
No,
was
when
on.
the show was on.
Oh, right.
Show
Oh, that's
hasn't been
true.
on for many, many years.
When the
That's what
show
I'm
was
saying.
on, I humped
You were humping pillows. But
Yeah.
Then I graduated to like humping
Seniors.
dudes.
Yeah.
Did you move your tassel from the right to the left?
Yeah.
If that is indeed the way, the direction.
That is how it works.
Yeah. So tell me about these 5 guys. Why just once?
Well, because like they didn't want to do it again because like I said something weird during it or something, or like something weird happened. Like,
What do
I
they
don't know.
consider weird?
I mean, I feel like doing it like if I was like this is like really important to me, or like I whisper in the ear like you're somebody that I really see myself with for a long time. Like
Oh,
when they-
during.
Yeah, like I whisper it like during because like that's usually how I feel, but like.
That's kind of hot to me, but
It
I guess,
backfired.
yeah, the high school
It
guys.
backfired.
Yeah.
Like they all want to play football like every day in their life, so whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Football
Have you ever tried not? saying
No, I
that?
can't not say it, and like I even say it when I masturbate. So
You seem very open and free with not only your sexuality, but discussing your sexuality.
yeah, like I don't really care because like I feel like a lot of high schools are like really like embarrassed and stuff, but it's like well everyone's doing it, so like you might as well be like upfront and like know what you like and whatever. So
Yeah. And you like to express yourself saying that you want to be with that person.
yeah, like I really do feel that way. So.
And that gives you sort of a warm, fuzzy feeling?
Yeah, and that makes me like really excited.
Yeah. Great. Cool. Well, I hope it works out for you with one of these guys.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I
gonna-
probably won't. So like whatever, I'll probably be single my whole life. or
Not one of
whatever.
those guys, but you'll find the right.
Yeah, maybe I'll find somebody like a sofa or something. I don't know,
Like an older man.
like a sofa,
Maybe.
Yeah.
like someone who like
A lot of surfers out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not
like,
that many
okay.
because, like you said, so
Yeah.
many are landlocked.
Like yeah, like
A lot in Los Angeles, a lot in the coast.
yeah, I guess whatever.
Stick to the coast.
Like I guess I get the point. Like whatever.
Do you see any of the guys out there? I imagine. Where do you surf, by the way? What city?
like what-
Are you a Malibu
What
surfer?
beach do you like?
Well, yeah,
Are you like one of those get out of Malibu type of surfers?
No. I so rarely surf there. I end up surfing the most still in San Diego when I visit my parents. But otherwise, it's terrible in like Santa Monica, but I can walk there. So
Right.
I'll Venice. Santa
What's your
Monica,
address?
So
Yeah, that's
it's,
a cool thing to find out. Like, I could just
23, 17.
Okay.
Third
2317.
Street.
Okay, great.
I'm Google mapping it, and you live in a dumpster.
In a dumpster.
Yeah, I
I
think
have
you,
that on Google Maps.
you may have given her the wrong address.
No, that's my place.
Okay, well, I'll go hang on to it.
So are there any San Diegan surfins? Is it San Diegan? Or what is it? San Diegoan?
San Diegan.
Are there any San Diegan surfers that you can see Traci here maybe being with? Any that
Someone,
she
I
might
think
be their
someone
type?
with cartilage in the right ear. No cartilage in the right ear might.
It would be a perfect head.
Yeah.
Literally complete each other.
Yeah.
Just pressing your head together.
No,
do you ever
I'm sorry.
fantasize that about pressing your head together with someone who does?
No, like I'm trying to tell you, like that's like really disgusting. Like I'm actually not attracted to that in a guy. Like, so I would like a guy to like be physically perfect.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So that's
so
kind of-
hypocritical.
Well, that's not nice of you to say because I guess I don't feel bad about myself, but now I kind of do a little bit.
Oh.
It seems like you just hold everyone else up to unreasonable standards.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, like, but I feel like I've found a lot of guys who are like really good looking and like would hook up with me. So like, I feel like why should I like settle for something that's like kind of messed up? Like,
You know what? Are you happy?
that's a really tough question because like I work really hard and like I don't have a lot of time to like do my passions. But like, I guess I'm pretty happy because like I'm pretty like confident. Like my life is like pretty good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess I'm like pretty happy.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years, in 10 years, and in 50 years?
Well, those are a lot of questions at once.
Sure, take them one at a time, though, I think.
In 5 years, I'll be a senior in college, at like a really cool like local college,
Cool local college, so...
cool like community college,
Okay.
and then like in 10 years, I'll be 27, and like I'll probably be like a horseback rider for a little time.
Just for 6 months or so?
Yeah, I'll try it. And then when I'm 50, or wait, in 50 years, I'll be 67, and I'll have 4 grandbabies who are all the light of my life.
What are their names?
Tinkle, Raisin, Greg, and Marcus.
Great. Well, I hope you can exert that kind of control over your sons or daughters in order to name your grandchildren those names.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I feel like that's pretty obvious. That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good 50-year plan.
Yeah. What's your 50 years?
Oh, wow. 50. By this point, just if I'm alive, that would be so good.
I think
Wow.
through singularity, I think we're all going to get into perfect machine bodies.
yeah, it's awesome, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean that, we're all going to get into perfect machine bodies. Our consciousnesses will be transferred into...
We'll live on the internet.
Okay.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Surrogates with Bruce Willis? That's
No, I haven't seen it.
basically, yeah. I mean, yeah, we're Adam and I, that's the one thing we connected with via emails. We're big surrogate heads.
Oh. Well, I feel left out, so...
Okay, well, you can watch it and come back next time and we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
It's
totally available.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally streaming. It's on iTunes. It's everywhere. I prefer to watch it. Sometimes I like to watch it on Netflix, and then I move
I like to
over
watch it on the computer just because it feels very...
It's like you're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so, yeah. Well, tell you what, why don't we take a little bit of a break, and when we come back, we'll have more Adam Brody, we'll have more Traci Rearden, and we have another special guest who I'm very anxious to talk to. All that and more. I just was doing the intro. We'll be right back after this with more Comedy Bang Bang. I have to admit it, mailing and shipping are an important part of running your small business. There, I admitted it. But... it can actually get in the way of growing your business if you are constantly making stupid trips to the post office. What a waste of time! So, God, use Stamps.com instead, would ya? Look, with Stamps.com, everything you would do at the post office, you can do right from your desk. You can buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter or package using your own computer and printer. Plus... they're going to send you a digital scale which calculates the exact postage you need for any class of mail. So you will literally, and I mean literally, never go to the post office again or even lease one of those expensive postage meters. I personally use Stamps.com. Well, I pay people to use Stamps.com, of course. I don't get my fingers dirty. But we use Stamps.com at Earwolf to send out all the merch for all the shows. And right now, I want you to use it by using my promo code BANGBANG for this special offer. You get a no-risk trial plus a $110 bonus offer, which includes the digital scale and up to $55 worth of free postage. So please, sir or madam, do not wait. Go to Stamps.com and before you do anything else, click on that microphone at the top of the homepage. Type in that Bang Bang, which is your promo code. That is Stamps.com. Enter Bang Bang. I'll see you never at the post office. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to prepare for your family's future. You do financial planning, you get insurance, but to get real peace of mind, you have to make sure your family is legally protected. So where do you turn for affordable protection you can trust? Well, I will tell you! LegalZoom.com! There you are going to find wills, powers of attorney, living trusts, and more. Or maybe you're thinking of starting a business. Well, you can form an LLC, you can incorporate, you can register for trademarks, patents, and more. LegalZoom was created 12 years ago. I have told this story so many times. It was created 12 long years ago by a team of experienced attorneys. And their documents have been accepted by courts and government agencies in all 50 states. Plus, if you'd like an attorney to review your document, LegalZoom has got you covered through their legal plans available in most states. Look, protect your family and business today at LegalZoom.com. LegalZoom is not a law firm, but you can use it to find an attorney and get self-help services at your specific direction. So, for more savings, enter Bang Bang in the referral box at checkout. That is LegalZoom.com. Welcome back, Comedy Bang Bang. We're here with Adam Brody, who you know from Mr. and Mrs. Smith and the OC, and what else?
I was in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You don't know me from it, but
we all know you personally from that movie.
No, nobody knows me.
How close was that character to you personally? Are you a spy?
It was basically a documentary.
Wow. So little did people know it was your story.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't seen that movie. But,
you haven't even seen it.
What do you mean? Like, why wouldn't you see a movie you would?
I'm just there for the moments, you know. It's like once I do it, then I've got everything I need.
Wow, that's
I'm
really romantic.
It's a really pure actor.
That's just pure. I love it.
I just pretty much, I don't want it to cut into my surrogate time. I'm just watching the surrogates.
Yeah, wow. Exactly. Hopefully one day you'll get to make something at that level.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You ever think about a remake?
Well, in due time, when there's
Catches
a reason,
up.
you know what I mean? As
Yeah.
of now, it's a perfect film, so it's like you don't want to mess with the classics. But
When do you think it'll be out of date, though? I can't even imagine it. being out of date.
Well,
it's so prescient.
I think when we are sort of all hooked in to the
Jacked in, I like to call it. I mean, that's,
I think then there'll be a whole different kind of. I think we'll make it.
You know what movie I'm looking forward to? The technology catching up with life. Disclosure with Michael Douglas and Demi Moore, the sexual harassment movie. When he goes in that virtual reality just to find a file on the computer, man, that was I would love that. I'm walking around a huge hall just looking for an email, putting on those gloves.
I saw a really cool movie that's like from like a futuristic like technology movie, Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Jumpin' Jack Flash with Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
What in what
like
manner?
The phones were really huge. Like I feel like that's something that's going to happen in the future.
I think that was set in the past. That was set in the 80s, I believe, and you're just watching an old movie that had huge giant phones.
I don't think so.
Phones could get bigger.
I hope so, like because I feel like my phone's way too small. Like I always am like losing it.
I'm always losing my phone. That's
like I need like a huge phone with like a really big antenna, and I feel like that would be so easy. You could wear it like a puss.
Yeah, with a strap. That's what. Great idea, phone strap.
Okay, I'm a genius.
Yeah, that's mine though, because you said it on the podcast.
You just made me swear. I just said what the fuck.
Whoa, madam, please. It's not that kind of a show.
I never swear. I never really curse, but like I just did.
What would your teacher say if they heard you swearing like that?
They'd probably say like you're scolded.
That's how they scold you. You're scolded. All right, well, let's get to our next guest. Adam, you excited for this? This is...
I don't know yet.
You don't know? Oh, yeah, I'm a little nervous.
Suspense, I guess, is more the word.
You've been suspensed.
You must all have very strong senses of the environments around you if you do feel fear. Because I am here today to take you all on a journey that you may not be prepared for, Scott Aukerman.
Oh, my goodness. This is exciting. Well, let me say your name because I don't know anything about you other than you seem to be a very interesting woman. Please welcome Shelby Orangina.
Yes, my name is Shelby Orangina. I speak to spirits from beyond the grave.
Oh, okay. So you're some sort of a medium.
Yes, that is correct.
Did your family create Orangina drink?
Usually people have forgotten about it, but yes, they have.
Oh, I love.
Wait, they've forgotten about the drink or the?
Yes, for a long time it was the most popular carbonated citrus beverage on the market, but my brother Leon Orangina created it, and he was not able to sell it under the pronunciation of our last name, but instead we were forced to sell it as Orangina, but that is where my family has got most of its wealth from.
I call it Orangina when I buy it.
A lot of people do because of the fact that it rhymes with the word vagina.
Well, that's... but
you have a very strong light in you, young one. You're very smart for knowing that.
Congratulations. Well, but you went your own way. You decided not to be in the drink business.
No, I tried to be in the drink business. I came up with a carbonated grape drink, but no one was interested in that. It was called Grape Gina.
Grape Gina.
Yeah. I tried to just still have part of our last name involved, but it didn't really make sense.
Yeah, it seems like the Orangina thing was it was a real natural
serendipitous,
thing.
Yes, because of our last name and also because it was a citrus-based carbonated beverage.
Yeah, grape, but there are grape sodas out there in the world. What was so different from yours?
This was not a soda, just as Orangina is not a soda. This was just basically... I would squish grapes into a glass
yourself.
Wow.
Okay.
And then I would carbonate it, and it was not pleasant to drink.
Okay.
Oh, that's your problem right there.
Yeah. Most people, when they drink something, they want sort of a pleasant taste or a pleasant aftertaste.
I feel like a lot of times I want that, but like sometimes I like something that tastes gross.
Oh, really? Like what?
Like if I have to drink like Pepto-Bismol or something.
Wait, are you drinking Pepto-Bismol for fun?
Well, like I get stomach aches every day. So.
Every day?
Oh, yeah. So some people would say Pepto-Bismol tastes good.
I think it tastes gross, but I drink it.
Yeah,
Why do you drink it? Because
I get stomach aches every day.
And why are you having stomach aches every day, dear?
I eat ice cream for dinner every day.
Oh, okay, yeah. What if you didn't eat the ice cream?
Oh, that's impossible.
Okay, good. All right, well, Shelby, what is it exactly you're here to do?
I'm here today, Scott Aukerman, if you're strong enough to take you on a journey to another spiritual realm. Because what I do in my job is I
help the dead move on.
Okay.
And then also, in a sense, I help those who have died to move on.
Okay, so you wait. Did you just
It
say you
sounds like
helped
the same thing,
Yeah, the same-
I help those that have passed to move on.
and also those who have
And
passed
also
on.
those who are no longer with us on this spiritual realm to move on to what comes next.
And then in terms of Scott,
in terms of Scott, he's a member of the living.
And why do I need to be brave?
You need to be brave because we're going on a journey. We're going to encounter.
And where are we all going? What are we doing?
Well, I can only do it one at a time.
Oh, okay.
But
All right.
let's go on a journey right now. Scott, is there someone that you've lost in your life that you want to talk to, see if they need help moving on?
Help moving on. I guess, yeah, I would say my grandmother, sure. My
I
grandmother.
see your grandmother, Scott.
You do?
She looks very calm, Scott. She looks very happy.
Great.
And she misses you, Scott.
Oh, I miss her.
But there's a terrible presence near her.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What
Much
do you
darker than your grandmother.
My
Bigger than your grandmother.
Well,
He's nervous, Scott. This presence doesn't know how to deal with his feelings.
It's not my grandfather.
And he's not alone, Scott.
He's not alone?
There are 3 other presences nearby.
Near
And
my
they're
grandmother.
so angry. Yes. They're playing angry music, Scott. Angry
music?
rock and roll music that's
What?
dirty, almost grungy sounding music.
What?
Very different from the music that preceded it on rock radio, Scott.
Grunge music?
Yes. A young blonde presence playing guitar and a Dave Grohl-esque presence on drums.
What? Wait, so a blonde?
Yes. And a taller man, I believe his name was Chris Novoselic, on bass. It's Nirvana, Scott.
It's the band Nirvana.
And there's a terrible presence. He's back, Scott. I can see who it is. It's Charles Barkley. Scott, your grandmother wants to know if you remember when Charles Barkley hosted Saturday Night Live and Nirvana was the musical guest. Oh. We did it, Scott.
Wait.
This studio is being cleaned.
wait,
Oh.
but we didn't give her an answer.
That's all that your grandmother wanted you to
wait,
know.
like-
Oh, she
Do
wanted you to
remember?
know.
She wanted me to know if I remembered when Charles Barkley hosted Saturday Night Live with Nirvana as a guest.
Nirvana was the musical guest, Scott. Do you remember that? Your
Well,
grandmother's waiting.
wait, now she's waiting? I thought she just wanted me to know that.
Well, the studio has been cleaned, so maybe that was the extent of the...
It's very interesting.
That was crazy.
That was really so she was in heaven, or where? What is? No, she's in purgatory, some
Scott,
sort of middle.
when you encounter a spirit in another spiritual realm, it's not like sitting here with you in the studio and I can see you and I can see you have slacks on in the shirt and I can
Thank
see
you.
this young woman has a mangled ear. It's not like that. I only get to see bits and pieces.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, that explains it. So she was somewhere else, and she was watching this episode, or they.
She wanted to know if you remembered
But
when
these-
Charles Barkley hosted Saturday Night Live
Now I can understand if
in 1993 and Nirvana was
Yeah.
a musical guest.
I can understand if Kurt Cobain was around her because he has passed on.
Mm-hmm.
But I do find it a little odd that you know the other names of the other members of Nirvana and yet could not remember
in fact,
his.
I don't know what Nirvana is, but the
Oh.
spirit was giving me this information.
Okay, so my
and it
grandmother
just
maybe
came
knew
out.
the other members, but didn't know him. But I can understand him being there. But the other people are all alive. Charles Barkley and
I can see your grandmother watching. She was watching this old episode of Saturday Night Live on TV.
okay, so they have TV wherever she is.
I don't have all the answers, Scott. I just have more than you do.
Okay, and maybe it was on Hulu because I don't think that those old episodes are being rerun.
I can go back to your grandmother and try and find out.
Has she
how
moved
she's-
on though?
Yes.
I don't want to pull her back necessarily, but I would like the answer of whether this was on Hulu or not.
Let me go see if I can get it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I don't see your grandmother, but I see your grandfather now, Scott.
Oh, good. Oh, okay.
He's
So-
doing well, very calm,
okay.
very happy. He's
Fantastic.
surrounded by his
All right.
friends, and they've all gathered at a place that they gather at quite frequently. It's a place where they feel safe and they feel happy.
Heaven, I would imagine, or I hope. I mean, I hope he's moved on.
Sort of like heaven. It's a familiar place. Everybody knows everybody else's name, and they feel comfortable and happy. And they've been spending about
Cheers,
10 to 11 years in this place.
10 to 11 years.
We're going to Cheers.
You are very strong. There is a
forces
strong
do
light in you,
something.
Adam Brody. I can see it in you. Your grandfather is in the center of this bar, and he's surrounded by his friends, but he's sad because he's about to let them go.
Oh, no. So he's watching...
He's not ready to let, but one of them, there's another terrible presence who's not ready to let go. He's a bearded man, very smart, erudite.
So Frasier, he's getting a
yes,
spin-off.
He's not going to let go.
My grandfather is watching the final episode of Cheers.
Your grandfather wants to let you know he's watching the finale of Cheers. Oh.
He just wants me to know that. And now he's moved on.
The studio,
watch a lot of TV.
used to be dirty, but now it's cleaned again. It was clean, and then it got dirty, and now it's clean.
I have a question. Is it? And I don't know if you can say this, but if you're at liberty, but is this a heaven thing? Is this a hell thing? Is that irrelevant?
It's another realm where spirits are looking for an opportunity to move on.
And yet it's in the studio because you say the studio is cleaned.
You mean this studio?
Yeah.
This studio, because you carry the baggage of the spirits of your loved ones
I
with
see,
you.
even though they're in another place.
Even though they're in another place.
So, in order to move on, they just wanted Scott to know what they were watching.
His grandmother just wanted to know if he remembered.
Okay, right.
His grandfather wanted him to know that he was watching a VHS copy of the
It's on
finale.
VHS. Okay. Do you want to take either of these two through
Would
something?
either of you like to go? Or are either of you? Do you have the strength? Do you have?
I have a
strength?
strength because I have something I really want to ask you about, like
Okay.
somebody
Oh,
who
wow.
passed on.
Yes, please.
It was my dog, like that I had since I was little.
Your dog.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see your dog. I found your dog in
You
the
did?
How did you find her dog? She didn't even give you the name? Or?
It's a connection, Scott, that, look, I've been doing this I'm 97 years old, and a lot of people don't understand what I do.
You look
but
really young.
I can see your dog right now. And your dog is sad. Your dog is afraid that you don't remember his name.
No, I do.
Do you remember your dog's name?
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Randall.
Randall.
Wandel. I don't know.
Your dog is also worried that... Did you love your dog, Randall?
Yeah.
I loved him very much.
Yeah, I
didn't you?
really loved him, like so much. Like I had him since I was 5.
If you saw him again, would you feel the same way about your dog, Randall?
Yeah, I really would.
So you remember his name,
Yeah.
and you also feel the same way about Randall.
Yeah.
That's true, yes. He wants you to know something. He has a message for you, Tracy. Hold my hand, Tracy.
Oh my God.
He wants you to be strong. He wants you to carry on. But he wants you to know that you do not belong there in heaven with him.
Wait,
So he...
wait a minute, this is sounding like lyrics to me? What is this?
He's got another
Is
question.
it Eric Clapton?
Wait a minute, I'm getting a clearer picture now. Your dog Randall's listening to Eric Clapton's Unplugged, the song Tears in Heaven.
Does he want her to
Sony
remember
Walkman.
that? Oh my gosh. Shelby.
He was listening to music?
God, I don't know if your mother-in-law has any plans on dropping by the studio here, but don't need to stress out because the studio is clean. No need for you to stress out.
That's a good catchphrase. Gosh.
Wait, like my dog was listening to like a CD or like how
Your
was
dog was listening to a Sony Walkman, and he was listening to Eric Clapton on cassette. Eric Clapton's Unplugged.
Did he have it on his ears? Like, it was so cute.
It sounds like everyone is in this plane is very stuck in the early 90s.
Yeah. Pop culture from...
People, when your spirit moves from this realm to another realm, Adam Brody, you go back to the things that made you happiest in life. And sometimes you go back to things that you're not quite finished with.
My grandmother passed away before that episode of SNL played, by the way. So she's just catching up with it, maybe?
She has, ever since they released all of the entire SNL archives. A lot of people in the spiritual realm have been slowly catching up.
Okay.
Starting in 1975.
Sure.
Watching every episode, remembering things that they scantily remembered about SNL. How heavily involved the Muppets were in season 1.
Sure, yeah. Interesting. Gosh. Well, do you have anything for Adam here?
I don't know if Adam is strong enough.
Are you strong enough, Adam?
I
What do you
sense that
think?
Adam does not believe.
I'll tell you, I believe, and that's what makes me feel weak.
Trepidatious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would like to go on the journey.
Adam Brody, I would like to take you on this journey if you're prepared, but I need to know that you are 100% ready to do this. I need to know who you want to go talk to.
Okay. I'd like to. Roy Scheider.
Roy Scheider, the film actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, from all
the
that
movie
jazz.
Jaws.
Yeah. All that jazz. Great
I
film.
think of him
Oh,
from
that
Jaws.
Well, that's what most Brody, and then that's how we.
Oh, yeah.
That's my link.
What was it? Sergeant Brody? Officer Brody? What was it?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Brody's.
What
Was
was
he
his
in
rank?
all that Jaws?
That would have been a great crossover film.
Oh, I thought I heard of that.
All that Jaws. That would have been amazing. He's dancing around. He gets eaten by a shark.
That was the second title for Jaws 2, was All That Jaws.
So Shides, is he?
I'd like to know.
Yeah.
If you're ready, but I need to know one. I need you to answer one question for me first, Adam Brody.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes,
strong
ma'am.
enough? I'll take that as a yes.
Thank you. I was going to say I don't. I can't. How could I be sure?
Let's go get your Roy Scheider, Adam Brody.
Thank you.
He's well
I'm
enough.
committed. I'm ready to face a
I
conflict.
see
I
Roy
hope you don't need a
Scheider.
bigger boat when you're there.
I see Roy Scheider. He's in a good place, Adam Brody. He's felt it connected. He's watched over your entire career.
Oh my
the
gosh.
OC, Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
Other projects?
the other projects
There's
you
nothing
have been
else.
involved with, the project that you just did with White Sinak, he was there. And he's in a good place. You don't need to worry about him right now. He's baking a cake for all of his loved ones. And he's taking the cake out of the oven and, oh dear, for some reason Roy Scheider's dressed up like an old woman. And oh no, his bosoms have caught on fire. Roy Scheider's prosthetic bosoms that
He's
he's wearing to
doing-
be closer.
Doubtfire. I don't
Wait
know
a minute.
what-
No, wait a minute. Now I sense a terrible presence. I sense a very terrible
Is it Pierce
presence.
Brosnan?
No, it's a skeleton. It's a skeleton, man. He's a spindly skeleton man, and his name, in fact, is Jack Skellington.
Jack's from The Nightmare Before
And,
Christmas?
Oh, Roy Scheider was watching Mrs. Doubtfire, and he changed the channel and put on Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh.
So he wasn't in fact baking. That was
No, he was
Robin
watching
Williams
that on
watching.
TV, yeah.
I think this
The
might be some sort
studio-
of rerun.
You could just
Yeah.
eat an egg off of the studio right now.
Because it's
And
clean.
breakfast.
Yeah.
I have a question about like some kind of spirit that might not be easy to reach.
Okay.
It was a character in a film that died.
All right.
The girl
I think
like
Cake Boss, if he's taught us anything, that you can contact fictional characters as
Oh,
long as
I
they've
think
died.
it's
in-
interesting that even no, nothing. Go ahead. Shoot.
well, okay,
I would love to hear your skepticism, Adam Brody, because it's not the first time I've encountered it.
Skepticism.
Not
I've
only about
encountered
this
it.
psychic stuff, but about Grape
About
Gina.
Grape Gina, I've relieved, and a lot of the skeptics were right there.
Now,
So
is it-
sometimes
in that
I need
case-
to hear, because I wish I had heard more criticism before I put quite so much of my family's on Gina Fortune into Grape Gina.
How much did you put in?
I put about 95%.
Wow. Into that one glass that you made?
One glass.
A lot of technology of how to
I
carbonate
got
the beverage.
I got the finest grapes from, far away lands. And
From faraway lands that you can't even think of or can't even name.
no, I can name them right
okay.
now.
Okay, great.
Mesopotamia. I went in a time machine to
My
ancient
goodness.
Mesopotamia to
that's
get
why
grapes.
it costs so much money.
The time machine
was a
to
good
get,
amount.
yeah, that
It's a shame it wasn't even good.
It might have
for
been
all
because
that.
you used
Tastes
old grapes.
terrible.
Have you ever thought about that?
I feel like Adam Brody is challenging an old woman in a way.
No.
that is-
That was a
I'm an
legitimate
old
question.
97-year-old woman.
That was a legitimate question.
95. Gosh, did you age too? Have you been using the time machine while you're here?
I did briefly use it.
And you spent 2 years away from this podcast and then
Yes.
came back?
I used it very briefly because I
Briefly to us, but 2 years to you.
usually I don't go on so many spiritual journeys in one podcast, and I felt I needed to go relax.
So you took a break for 2 years. Okay, interesting. All right, so now are you going to take Adam on this journey? No, wait. What are we talking about right now?
I was going to ask about like a character in a film.
fictional.
Remember in Snakes in a Plane when like those two people were hooking up in the bathroom and then like that snake like bit that girl on the boob and then the guy was like bitten on his penis?
Which of those
course
two
I
would you
do,
like
my
to talk
child.
to?
The girl.
You want to talk to the girl who got bit from snakes on the plane? You want to talk to the girl who got
Yeah.
bit on her breast from snakes on the plane? I have found the girl who got bit on her breast from the movie Snakes on a Plane. She's doing well,
Oh,
Traci.
good.
Oh, good.
She's very calm. She's surrounded by friends.
Does she regret getting on that plane full of snakes?
She does. She considers it one of the biggest mistakes of her life.
Probably the biggest.
And
It
she's
is what
got
ended it.
Wait a minute. She's got a question for you, Traci.
Oh.
She says, Do you remember when Dr. Gwen Medicine Woman came on TV?
No, I don't.
Really? Just do you remember that?
I
You
don't remember that.
that was an hour-long drama on CBS.
Starring Jane Seymour?
Yeah, I don't know if I was like
Period
really
drama.
watching that kind of show when I was like,
Huh.
That was the question that she had for you.
Well, has she been able to move on, even though the answer is no?
I'm crying.
She's gone. I
I'm
cannot
crying.
get back in touch with her. But you're having an emotional experience.
I like at first I was like of course I didn't see that show, like I don't care about that show, but then I thought like I'm just like amazed at like your ability and like you're like a really passionate person and like I really admire that. I think this is really cool.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
This has
like-
been not only instructive, but moving segment
It's been
here on the
really
show.
like really impressive. Like I feel like you're an amazing person.
Well, as I said when I came in here, I do one thing well. I help the dead to move on, and then sometimes I help those who have died to also go to the next thing that they're going to do in terms of their existence.
Are they all gonna watch more TV?
Yeah, when they move on, do they get to watch more TV? Because that would be a nice
That's-
happy ending
That's
to
what
me.
I need.
Yeah.
I don't have those sorts of powers of spiritual.
Yeah,
exploration.
you're only on
I can only get them
the
to
next
that
plane.
level.
Well,
Yeah.
when you die, like, do you get to watch whatever you want?
It depends on. I wrote a song once
I'd love to hear that.
about dying.
I'd love to hear you sing it
living.
a cappella.
And
Sounds really good.
the key part of the song I wanted to quote here is
Don't quote it,
the
sing it.
love that you make is equal to the love that you take.
All
Well,
right,
I'm
you
having
do
a really
not
hard
write
time
that.
like picturing the song if I don't know how the tune goes.
Wait, you are 97 years old. You may have written this song, and you own a time machine, so you may have written this song. I'm
What are you
pretty
trying to say? Like that was plagiarism?
No, I'm pretty sure that Paul McCartney has the actual official songwriting credit on that, but I don't know. I mean, Colonel Parker co-wrote Elvis's song supposedly, and he didn't write
Paul-
it.
A Colonel
Paul
from the
McCartney
from the
from
Wall.
Wings?
Well, you don't know who the Beatles are, and yet you wrote one of their songs.
Wings.
I've spent so much time on the spiritual realm, and they're not always paying attention to the same pop culture things that we are on the earthly realm.
Have they heard of Small Wonder?
I mean, I could go to the spiritual
Let's
realm.
not go to the spiritual realm. Why don't we take one more break? We'll be right back here with Adam Brody, Traci Rearden, and Shelby Orangina. Oh my God, this show is a mouthful. We'll be right back after this. Who likes TV? I do. Well, what about good TV? Well, I do. And may I recommend to those of you who not only like great singing, but also great TV, that you purchase Season 1 of HBO's Veep on DVD, Blu-ray, or digital download. Okay? It comes out tomorrow, March 26th, so you can play or replay your old or new favorite moments again and again. Catch great performances by three-time Emmy winner Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Vice President Selena Meyer. Also in the cast, UCB's own Matt Walsh as the worst communications director in history, and also the hilarious Tony Hale from Arrested Development, amongst others. The show is witty, The show is awkward. The show is sharp. The show is satirical. And guess what else it is? Everything else you love about great comedy. So please, support this program. They are a friend to us, and we want to see where the story goes in future seasons. Order your Season 1 DVD online at barnesandnoble.com and check out hbo.com/Veep for more info about the show. Get on it, people! Welcome back to Comedy Bang Bang. We're here with Adam Brody. What do you think of this? Your first podcast. Is this what you thought a podcast would be?
It's better. It's exceeded my podcast expectations.
Really?
And yeah, I'm just happy to be involved in comedy in any way.
Are you a comedy fan?
I'm a comedy fan who isn't, but I'm not. I'm no aficionado. I'm yeah.
It's a fine line between fan and aficionado, but and you like to straddle it.
I flirted with being an aficionado, but I quite honestly I don't have the chops. So
the breadth of knowledge.
Yeah. So
yeah. Well, welcome to the world of comedy. You're doing great on your first podcast.
Thanks.
Yeah. I love it. And then, of course, we have Traci Rearden here, who this is your first podcast, I would imagine.
Yeah, like, I listened to a bunch of podcasts before, but...
Which ones do you listen to, hon?
Most of, like... You don't call me honey, because, like, it makes me feel weird.
I called you hun, not honey.
Okay, you can call me hun.
Okay, hun.
Okay.
Which ones do you listen to?
I listen to podcasts, like, that my job requires. Like, Claire's and Baskin-Robbins both have podcasts that, like, talk about the new products.
The new scoops?
Interview, like, what goes there and stuff. And I've never been on either one of them, but I listen to them because I need to know everything that, like, everyone knows. And I also listen to, like, a Nickelodeon podcast.
Oh, which one? Hun?
It's about GAC.
GAC. Is that a Nickelodeon thing?
It's
what
slime.
Is that the technical term for the slime, the green slime? Oh.
Not the old-fashioned...
Yeah. It's a podcast.
Slime's still around.
They use it in different ways, but like it's a podcast about like what it's like to be slimed, who's been slimed, different celebrities who've been slimed.
Yeah.
Different like regular people who've been slimed on game shows.
You know, the first celebrity who was ever slimed was Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Well, he is slime.
No, he's not. He actually looks a lot like a golf ball underneath all that. Yeah. But then he was slimed.
Is that true?
That's very
It is true.
Yes, Shelby knows.
I've encountered Slimer multiple times.
Well,
when
he's
I've
a
gone
ghost.
He's never moved on?
He is a ghost.
He's too busy flying around, being crazy, eating food he's not supposed to be
Such
eating.
as hot dogs?
Such as he'll-
Remember when he had toothpaste gum?
Yes, of course I do.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, boy. Well,
Good old days.
all right. Well, we have one of our favorite segments here on the show, and it's a little something that we call Would You Rather.
Cool. Would You Rather is a cool name for a game.
Oh, yeah. Well, here we go. Here's the theme song. And it's time to play Would You Rather. We all know how this is played. People send me Would You Rather scenarios to our Twitter, which is at CBBWYR, Comedy Bang Bang Would You Rather. Please don't send them to me personally. Just clutters up my feed, and all I do is I put them on the Would You Rather pile, which, as we all know by now, is not the pile from which I take Would You Rather scenarios. It's actually the discard pile. So it's not like a wood pile where you would take wood and use it on your fireplace, but it's more like a refuse pile. So please don't send them to me because they get put on the Would You Rather pile. But if you send them to CBBWYR, they get put into the Would You Rather ditch, and we cull them from that. I will read it out loud, and then I will open the floor for questions. Very important. Do not ask questions before I open the floor for questions. That would be a classic Would You Rather blunder. I will open the floor for questions. You are free to ask me any question about either of the scenarios you like in order to help narrow down your choice. Okay? There's a lot of information that is not said in the actual question. I have it all up here.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of details that you can ask about. And at a certain point, I will close the floor for questions. No more questions can be asked after that. Then I will ask you all to vote. We will tally up the points, and we will assign a winner. And it's that easy. All right, so here we go. This comes to us from Will Eisenberg. Will, a.k.a. at Dark Aardvark. He asks, would you rather run a chain of farmyard-themed barbecue restaurants or live as a minor character in a cop drama? Okay, would you rather run a chain of farmyard-themed barbecue restaurants or live as a minor character in a cop drama? I'm opening the floor for questions. I tried to trick you.
Didn't take the bait.
Nope, you did not. You're a savvy player already.
Yeah. This is my first Would You Rather.
Okay.
My first question is...
Yes, sir.
One,
Adam Brody in early. That is how you play the game. I love you edged out these two to get the first question.
I just want to get to the bottom of the live as a minor character in a cop. It means you're not an actor. That means somehow you live as a fictitious character. What happens, let's say, when the show's not on in that 1 hour of NYPD Blue? What, that's
Actually, you live in a parallel universe.
You just live in that world.
You live in that world, and you are the character who comes in and says, hey, DNA results are back.
But then you don't just pass out and wake up when you say it again next week. You go home and brush your teeth, and you have a wife and what have you.
You brush your teeth 8 times a day because you have a compulsion about it. And you do have a wife. And actually, you have.
That's
3.
What I mean. What happened? The off-camera time.
Yes, you have 3 wives because you're a Mormon. And
but
yes.
So then specifically, we're saying not. I mean, yes, I want the parameters, or I want the details of his life. But
sure.
The point is, there's a life outside.
There is a life.
The screen
yes.
time.
Of course, yes,
okay.
there is. Yes,
that's my major question.
I'm interested in the fact that you want no more details about the 3 wives or the OCD.
No, I want to get there. But my bigger question was do I just live for those quick, brief moments of evidence exchange and banter, or do I get to go and
you do feel somewhat more alive when you're giving those moments that are filmed for the TV show, and you wonder why people don't pay more attention to you, and you wish that people sort of viewed you as a major character at work.
So I'm aware of, you mean just my coworkers, or you mean I'm aware of some audience?
No, you just from your coworkers. Somehow in the back of your brain, you just sort of feel this tickle every time that you are at work. Why aren't people paying more attention to me?
I just feel I should hit this mark. I don't know why, but I should open to camera. But there's no camera.
Exactly.
But I just
there's no camera, but you sort of want to open your and you don't know what to do with your hands the whole time.
Yeah.
You've thought about putting them high up in the air like you're doing the wave.
Probably play it safe. Put them on the hips.
Right on the hips. Yeah.
What's the first one?
Great question. The first one is, would you rather run a chain of farmyard-themed barbecue restaurants?
Okay.
Oh, you have a follow-up.
Yeah. About the second one.
Sure.
Are you really sad then? Does it sound like you just described a really sad person with OCD? You're not happy with your life. You
have 3 wives.
Well, I'm a man.
You're a man in this scenario.
Well, then I already know my answer.
Oh, okay. Well, don't vote yet. But I'm interested to see if you want the penis or you don't want the penis.
Yeah, me too.
Scott Alkerman, I have a question
Shelby.
about the first scenario.
The farmyard-themed barbecue restaurants, yes.
Is this farmyard actually outdoors, or is it indoors and you are creating a simulation of being outdoors?
Great question. It is indoors, and there are murals to give the effect that you are outdoors with sky blue and clouds. And there's a lot of hay in the restaurants, which is actually a health code violation, which has dropped you down to a C, actually.
Oh.
That's very tough on our business, I would have to think, because I even get leery of any place that I see has a B.
You don't like a B?
Yes.
That's almost impossible not to eat at a B.
How do you think I got to be 98 years old, Scott?
Wait a minute, you're 98 now? Did you just use the time machine again?
During the break, I did go use the time machine because I realized that I miss my grandchildren.
Well, what happens to us in the future?
I did not pay attention to any of you people when I went to do my own things.
Oh, okay.
Wait, and he was in the past, I believe. Did you go to
I thought he turned 98. Oh, wait.
Yeah, but he just spent a year in the past.
I went to spend a year in the past with my grandchildren. We went back to 1993. I took them to see the movie Cool Runnings.
Okay.
That's a really good movie.
All right. Any other questions here? There's so much more information that we're not getting.
Yeah.
To,
well,
yes, of course,
what kind of food do we serve? Do we always have barbecue food, or is it all organic, from a farm? You know what I mean? There's different types of ways to go with a farm restaurant.
That is a good question because it is farmyard themed.
Yeah.
And yet it is a barbecue restaurant. Yeah. So it's a combination of both.
So we love the farm, but then we eat the cows.
Yes, basically what it is you have the actual animals there in the restaurant, in pens,
Oh, that's not going to work.
and then you kill the animals.
I mean, that's got to be a health code violation.
That's why we have the C, probably, right?
Well, no, it's in the back though, but it's with glass walls, so everyone can see you doing it. It's like
like a
Krispy
lobster,
Kreme,
like a lobster
Yes.
tank, but with cows.
Exactly.
Krispy Kreme donuts?
Well, you know how they make the donuts, but it's clear and you can see them
Time
actually
to make
making
the donuts.
Yeah, time to make the donuts. Yeah. So it's a lot like a lobster. Yeah, that's not a health code violation to kill a lobster, right?
No, but I just think people feel more empathy with cows, so it's going to be...
Yeah,
you're
'cause
going to
cows
get a
have
certain
sad
type
eyes.
of, I think, maybe sadistic clientele. I don't know.
But a rabid clientele, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think cows are more sympathetic? The eyes?
They have really sad eyes.
Mammals. I think it's that...
The bell?
They
I
give
think it's that
milk
skin,
from their
that
teeth
exterior.
just like we do, Scott Ackerman.
Oh, there you go.
And that is our connection that we have with cows.
But a lot of animals do that.
Yeah.
And men
I think
don't do
the
that.
exoskeleton is what throws off
Oh, okay.
the monster.
What kind of pops do we serve at the restaurant?
Pops? What kind
Pops?
of pops?
Yeah, what kind of pops?
You have a deal with Pepsi. So
Oh,
it's
that
Pepsi.
kind of
Sierra
pop.
Mist.
Soda pop.
You have Pepsi.
Sierra Mist.
Is it Sprite?
You really want Sierra Mist, it seems like.
Isn't that a Pepsi product? Sierra Mist?
I think it's. I think.
I think
is it
Sprite
Pepsi?
is Coca-Cola.
Sprite is Coca. Okay, so it's Pepsi,
Do
Sierra.
we get
Mist.
any say? I mean, is this just
Yeah.
completely preordained, or can we have
You
a
get-
little influence on our own theme?
You've made these choices, is what I'm saying.
We've
I'm just
already
giving
made
you
them.
the information.
Okay, so there's no more choices to be made.
No,
Everything's set in stone.
Yeah,
the menu is what it is.
exactly. It's like predestination in a way. You've made your choices, just God knows what they all are. Sure.
I have a question
Yes,
about
Shelby.
the second scenario.
Of course you do.
In this cop drama, how many years has the cop drama been running?
It's like Law and Order, where it's been running for 20 some odd years and just will continue on until after everyone is gone.
Okay.
After every human is gone. Yeah. Basically what happens is there's a nuclear war,
Yeah.
and the people who are filming one episode of Law and Order, they were safe because they were doing it in a lead-lined studio, and they keep making the episodes because you have to do something.
So being on, so to be clear,
Yes.
the cop drama in that scenario, you're immortal.
You are immortal, yes, because
You
of
never die.
It is a parallel universe, yet in our universe there is a nuclear war, and these people are safe, and they keep making the
In
episodes.
this parallel universe, you're going
It
to go
affects the
on
parallel
forever.
universe. Yes.
So that really adds a new twist.
So
Yeah.
immortality sounds
you're a man.
great, but does does the show have a deal with Coke or Pepsi?
The show has to deal with Coke
Oh, so no
for all the
Sierra
craft
Mist.
service.
So there's no Sierra Mist on set.
Yeah. Does that
Although
change how
in
you're going to vote?
fairness,
It's just interesting.
in fairness, there is no craft service for you, the character.
No,
Oh,
but
yeah, you
for some
eat-
There's
reason
the
you're
there's
always
the
drinking.
coffee room and the cop. There's
Yeah.
the bullpen. I don't know what you call it.
Sure, yeah, where the desk sergeant is and everything.
So,
yeah,
and you can go to the store, so you can pretty much get whatever you want.
and yet whenever you go to
some
the store
reason.
in this, you're always drawn to the Coke products.
but you wish you had a Pepsi product.
yes,
but
you
you
far prefer
can't fight
Pepsi
it.
and Sierra Mist.
That seems like a huge struggle.
Yeah, it's a huge compulsion for you, but that's part of your OCD as well.
I hate my OCD.
Oh, you have OCD?
No, in this
Oh, in
realm.
this scenario, right. You've already have such a strong feeling about it. My goodness. All right. Any other questions here to help narrow down your choice? Do you have strong feelings one way or the other?
What color scheme is the restaurant?
Good question. Well, the mural, of course, is sky blue and
Yeah,
green.
but like
and
the chairs and stuff. Is
the
it like-
chairs?
Is it like you're on like like when they have restaurants where it's like a trailer or something, so you're sitting on like trailer pieces and stuff. or,
Okay,
like,
yeah. The color scheme
car
is
Trailer
seat-
pieces,
like
yeah.
car seats and stuff.
color scheme is
Like
Like
the
a-
Corvette diner.
Yeah,
so basically any place that Guy Fieri would go to. Is that what you're saying?
I love guys with bleach blonde hair.
Guy Fieri sort of looks like a surfer who has never done any kind of exercise in his life.
Yeah, he's overweight.
So what is the color scheme, or just what
Yeah.
what does the furniture look
What's
like?
the color scheme of the furniture?
Chartreuse and violet.
Okay, and what is it made of?
It's made of vinyl.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. Very important. All right. Any other questions? You guys have strong feelings? You guys know where you're going to vote before I close down the floor?
Definitely.
Okay. Tracy's locked in. Shelby, are you locked in?
I believe I'm ready to go on this journey of giving an answer to you, Scott.
I just have to ask one question. Are you afraid to do so?
I do have fear, but I know that my fear is what actually makes me unafraid.
Great answer.
I have a question for you, Shelby, and this is in all sincerity.
The floor's still open.
Is this something that you have to consult the spirit world for, or do you just go with your instincts?
I'm going to be straight with you, Adam Brody. I was given the correct answer by a spirit almost as soon as we started.
Oh my
and then I humored all of you.
Which spirit, may I ask?
What spirit?
Yes.
It was the spirit of the person who stabbed Monica Seles that one time in the U.S. Open.
Oh, my goodness.
You remember when that happened, Scott?
You seem
Why
really
did
into
you-
pop culture.
And you...
But I didn't
Interesting
know.
person to take advice from.
Yeah, no, and why are you
I don't
cheating?
ask. I don't ask.
I didn't know there was
she
a
just
right
came
answer.
right. She just pulled me right up into the spiritual realm. She said, "Shelby, I'm going to tell you the right answer, and you're going to take it,
Yeah.
or I'm going to stab you just like
Oh
I
my
stabbed
goodness.
Monica Seles."
I guess it's not like cheating because it's like seeing a spoiler on the internet.
I
You don't
can't help
want
it.
to, but
But
can't
like,
help
I
it.
thought this was a game of preference.
there's no. I'm tallying up points as we're
Oh,
doing
and there's
it.
a right answer.
Oh, well, you're accruing points as we do
Oh,
it
oh
with
my
the
God.
way you're asking questions,
You
how
are
many
so
questions
young,
you
my
ask.
child.
I'm sorry.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
These are points have already been added.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is crazy.
I'm not giving away who's ahead at this point.
Okay,
but,
okay.
yeah.
I'm freaking out.
Okay, please don't freak out. All right, I'm just about to close the floor for questions.
Okay.
Here we go, and the floor is closed. All right, it's time to vote. Adam, how would you like to vote on this scenario?
I'm going to go with the immortal, let's call him a lab technician on a cop show,
Lab technician, yeah.
versus owning what sounds more and more like a slaughterhouse themed restaurant.
I mean, it's farmyard themed, and
But if we're
slaughtering
gonna have
animals is
animals
part and
there,
parcel of.
You know, we're going to have
Yeah.
animals to the food, just make a short, 10, 15 feet away from each other. I don't know.
Even though you are immortal and a Time Lord in that scenario, I know you didn't ask
A
about
Time
it.
Lord?
You're a Time Lord as well, yeah.
Meaning what? What
You
is Time
can
Lord?
you can cross barriers of time, much like Shelby
quantum
does.
Sounds even better. I'm totally not.
Well, that's in the farmyard.
Oh,
yeah, you didn't
wait,
ask.
What?
You didn't ask the question.
Wait, you're a Time Lord in the farmyard.
Yes, you're a Time Lord in the and immortal in the farmyard themed
Oh, you're
barbecue
immortal.
restaurant.
Well,
Yeah.
can I just kind of? Okay. I can,
So sorry,
There's questions still open then. I mean, that
No,
opens up-
I'm so sorry that I clearly closed the floor for questions, and you clearly voted on an answer that is
All right.
incorrect. But all
I had
right,
a
I'm
question
just,
for the Time Lord, but okay, it's fine.
all
I'll
right.
stick
So
with my.
that is going to factor into the points.
I feel like I'm making the more humane choice,
Mm-hmm.
even though I eat meat. So what's the difference? But
Hmm.
what I would have asked, and you can't answer it,
Oh, sure. This is just hypothetical.
is how much managerial responsibility do you have?
Hypothetically, I would have told you that you make the schedule, but it's sort of up to your employees to, make any changes to the schedule. Like if someone wants a day off, it's up to them to cover their own shifts.
Could I be a Time Lord, say 6 days a week, and pop in 1 day a week to just?
Hypothetically, I would have told you that yes, that's exactly what would have
I might
happened.
have changed my answer, but we'll never know.
We'll never know. All right. So Tracy, how do you like to vote?
I'm gonna want to own a restaurant.
And why is that?
Well, even before you said all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it felt like a really good passion to have having customers, like something I'm familiar with, and like
You love retail
I'm
and you
I
love the
don't-
food industry.
Yeah, and I don't want to be a man, and I don't want to have 3 wives, so
Okay. And
I'm
why
really-
don't you want to be a man?
I'm really happy being a girl.
Yeah. You're happy with what do you love most about being a girl?
I guess femininity.
Yeah, it's a great answer. All right. Shelby, how do you like to vote here?
I'm going to choose to be the minor character in the cop drama, Scott Hoffman.
You don't say. Why is that?
Because once the nuclear holocaust happens, I will have so many new friends to speak to in the spiritual realm. I won't even be that sad about my lack of Coke products in my life, or Pepsi, or whichever one
Whichever one it was, yeah. I believe it was the
You'll
lack
have
of Pepsi.
you'll have Coke, yeah.
I have a lack of Pepsi products.
Lack of Sierra Mist, yeah. So, and they'll all be watching TV, so you won't have to watch that much TV because they can fill you on what's happening.
Sounds like a beautiful place.
Wow. All right. Well, let me tally up the points here. Adam, you, we all know that Shelby was given the right answer. So
Right.
but unfortunately, it's the right answer for her.
Oh,
There is a right answer.
Hang on. Is there a? I am, as you said, a movie star.
Sure,
I don't
yes.
know if that.
You do get a bump from that.
Yeah, okay.
So you get the movie star bump, which gives you +5. Okay.
Solid bump.
Yeah, solid bump. You voted incorrectly, which gives you -387,412. which means you were
I'm
at
no mathematician.
You were at negative 387, 407.
I voted incorrectly for me.
Yeah, for you. So, but that's, we've seen people come back from, more staggering deficits.
Stay strong as the scores are tallied up, Adam Brody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll sit tight.
All right, Tracy, that's right. We already asked you. Yeah.
I voted for the farm.
You voted for the farm, which unfortunately is incorrect for you because you would be far more happier as a man.
I'm
so sorry. So
I feel like you're playing God.
This is going to give me a huge complex.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. That was negative 387,412.
Whoa.
So Tracy,
I'm
you are
losing?
behind. Yeah, you're losing. Adam, that movie star bump really helped you.
I'm in the middle. I'm
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we all assume that we're starting at 0. Shelby.
Another assumption on my part.
Yeah. Shelby, you voted correctly for you.
Yes, I
because
did.
that spirit gave you the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, because you are yourself a Time Lord, it's just a lateral move for you. Although it is the correct answer, because you get a Time Lord negative, you started at negative 387, 412 and not at 0 like these other guys did. You voted correctly, but voting correctly only gives you 1 point, so you are at negative 387,411, which means our winner is Adam Brody.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Congratulations.
This is like great
Wow.
China for
It's
me all
like-
over again.
Well, congratulations.
You become a movie star and you never know when it's going to pay off.
That bump, really?
And you just keep hoping.
Yeah.
Well, you deserve it.
Yeah, well, that's how we play Would You Rather, of course. Oh, that's not the right theme song. There we go. Ah, great game, guys. Tight. Yeah. All right, congratulations. Well, guys, it's been a great show. The only thing left to do is, of course, a little something that we call plugs.
Plugs! 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 Well, the show is almost over. It's almost at its end. It's almost time for Scotland to say bye to all his friends. But first they have to announce their shows and show us all their wares. Even though it's plain to see that no one really cares. What's up?
That was it? What an ignominious end. That is the Mandroids with Plug Drunk. Hey, thanks, Mandroids. If you have a similar plug theme, or actually I'd love for it to be dissimilar, because I'd hate to hear that one again. If you have a plugs theme, though, head on over to earwolf.com and put it in the Comedy Bang Bang message boards under the appropriate thread, and you can be famous for a week. And Mandroids, you are famous for a week. And congratulations, your reign of terror ends next week when we have a new show and there's a new plugs theme. And let's do it. Let's open up the old plug bag. Adam, what do you have to plug? Anything coming out?
No, come back to me.
Come back to you? Okay, great.
No,
Okay, you got to think about this. Tracy, what do you like to plug?
I like to plug the companies Claire's and Baskin Robbins. And
Just the companies in general, not
Yeah.
the particular store in which you work?
No, and excuse me.
Got very emotional when you were just
Yeah,
talking about
well,
those two companies. Gosh.
I really care about my companies and where I work.
Yeah.
And I also like to plug my brother's girlfriend's Twitter,
Oh, okay. Who's that?
at Lauren Lapkus.
At Lauren Lapkus.
Yeah, can you-
she's like a comedian, like an improv comedian and an actress.
I don't really know her, but she wanted me to do that.
That's your boyfriend's girlfriend.
yeah,
Oh,
my
wow.
brother's girlfriend.
Brother's girlfriend. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you think. I don't know her really. Like, she doesn't really talk to me, so.
Right, and that's Lapkus.
That's
Lauren Lapkus.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how you spell it.
That's a good Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you like Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Not a lot of people do.
I don't use Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I don't care what anyone thinks about anything.
Great. Shelby, anything to plug here?
Yes, I'm going to be holding a seminar in Rahway, New Jersey for anybody who's interested in learning how to get in touch with those who have passed on, and you can connect with your family members and watch Robin Hood Men in Tights with them. If you take this seminar, you'll be able to remember all of your favorite parts of Robin
Carrie
Hood Men in
Elwes.
Tights. Carrie Elways, a Mel Brooks production.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
And I'm getting another message right now from your grandmother, Scott.
Oh my goodness! I thought she had moved on, but that's great.
She's back. She wants you to
Does
watch.
she have the answer about that Hulu question I had?
She has nothing to say about that
Oh, that's
whatsoever.
too bad.
But But she wants you to watch a sitcom on ABC called How to Live with Your Parents for the Rest of Your Life. It's on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. So I guess she does get Current TV up there.
Current TV, the network that Al Gore started.
Current TV. Yeah.
We don't want to confuse anyone. This is on Current TV.
It's airing on ABC and also on Current TV.
And there's a comedian I know, Joe Wingert, who's on that show.
I can only say what the spirits have told me.
I see. All right. Adam, we're moving back to you now.
I would just like to, Shelby, as a sort of olive branch for any perceived skepticism, really, I'd like to plug Grape China.
I appreciate that, Adam Brody. Because I do have that one bottle of Grape China still in my home, and if you're interested in it, it does cost millions and millions of dollars.
Well,
it's millions?
Collector's item, so I get it.
Yeah. Put that on eBay someday. Yeah. What do I want to plug? First of all, I want to thank our donor. Matt Stampler donated $100 to this program. Thank you so much, Matt, keeping the doors open. I don't have any shows to plug necessarily yet. I do have some coming up. I can't talk about them yet, but hey, we're back to work at the Comedy Bang Bang TV show, so let's close up the old plug bag.
Closing up the plug bag. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, closing up the plug bag. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
Wow. I forgot about him. That is Ken Marino with the Closing Up the Plug Bag theme, Casey Wilson /Bro remix. And guys, that's it. This has been our show. Adam, thank you so much. Did you have a good time?
Thank you for having me. I had a pleasure.
Fantastic. All right. I'm going to take that as a compliment. And Traci and Shelby, thank you guys. First time on the show, and you were both fascinating.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, please, Traci, hang out in the halls again someday.
Yeah, I'll probably wander on.
Okay, fantastic. And Shelby, good luck to you in the past, in the future, wherever you may travel.
I don't think this is the last time our spirits will cross paths with Scott Austin.
All right. Well, as far as the listeners, I hope our paths cross next week, because I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.
This has been an Earwolf Media production.